Hi, Year 13. So this is your Population Environment Cat number 5 support video. Quite straightforward this week. It's a 120 marker question. So it's a statement. So as more and more countries exceed their carrying capacity, soil problems will inevitably increase, and there is very little that can be done to mitigate this. To what extent do you agree with this statement? So quite straightforward. You just need to think about things about how you're going to pick up your AO1 and AO2 marks. AO1 I think is quite straightforward. You definitely would want to be defining some of those key terms. So making sure that you let the examiners know that you're aware about what everything means. You would also possibly want to look at some of the concepts and processes in this question. So talk a little bit about soil problems, for example. Make sure they know that the examiners know that you know what soil problems are. And then you need to sort of start thinking about the AO2 in this case. Now, this is a to what extent question here. So you need to be thinking about how far do you agree that as countries exceed their carrying capacity, how far do you agree that there will inevitably be soil problems? So the key there, I think, is in this word inevitably. Like, is it completely written in stone, or is there things that can be done in order to mitigate it? All right, so as ever with AO2, you slightly might want to think about the two different sides of the question. So yes, it is inevitable, and no, it's not inevitable, and explain why. And it's worth, as ever, thinking about those things like, for example, would the experience in HICs and LICs be different? Always in any 20 marker, be thinking about that as a possibility for evaluation, and possibly consider as well, will this change in the future? So that AO1, we were talking about different time and space scales, so looking into the future, so things in the future that maybe might change or might not change, depending on will that impact on the question as well. Okay, so that's quite, I think it's quite a nice question. There's lots for you to be getting your teeth into here. So thinking about, is it inevitable that as countries exceed their carrying capacity, is it inevitable that there will be soil problems? And how far do you agree with that statement? Okay, good luck, enjoy it, and yeah, have fun.